That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, so you evidently tested yourself to
Yeah.
see whether you really wanted to do something
Yeah,
like this.
exactly.
And especially once you see the level of commitment and things you have to sacrifice to even remotely try and get anywhere in this industry is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go out and drink with your friends all the time. You can't do this because you've got auditions or you're shooting the next day, or you just got to be fresh for anything that comes up at a moment's notice from your agent to do an audition, and it's got to be in by tonight and finished.
Yeah. Or like, if you're just trying to like you and me, like creating your own work because, you're still having difficulties trying to get people who will not necessarily give you an opportunity, but like when you go for an audition or when you go for a casting or something like that, and if it doesn't work out, it's like, oh, well, maybe you weren't right for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's because that's not what they're looking for.
No,
so,
and it's, that's exactly it. There's a lot of times where they've got this specific
look,
cast type or look or things that they want from this, and there can be so many variables go into that situation, and anyone can say any opinion that may sway what happens, and you don't know that. But the only thing that you can really worry about doing is learn your lines to the best of your ability, know what you're going in there to play, settle yourself, be relaxed when you go in there as much as you possibly can, and leave it all in the room and do your best performance. After that, you just got to forget about it. And I know it's so easy to say because of the first several years that I was doing it, you get your hopes up, especially on some big auditions. Like, how am I getting this audition for a speaking role in a Marvel film? This is crazy. I want this so bad. This could be my thing, and you might say one or two words and it might even get cut out, but you don't know that at the time, especially if it's your first big thing.
Exactly.
And then you're like, and then you don't, and you can be really down in the dumps, but it's one of those things where it's got to, roll off your back like a duck in water because you gotta play a game. You gotta go out there and dust yourself off. You gotta do it again. At it.
Yeah, you gotta do it again.
That's crazy. Why would you want to do it?
Because it's like it's an adrenaline rush all at the same time. It's like, you get to a point where like the journey. I find like I've kind of realized like over the years, doing this sort of stuff. It's like you're chasing the drive for it. Like you want the high. I know, because I know for me, like going through like the whole casting process or going for an audition, that's like the beginning of the journey of the high. Yeah. So it
always goes gradually from there. Yeah.
And then like, when it hits its peak, when it's at its highest peak, it's like, oh, you feel like awesome. And then, but it's going to come down. Like when it ends, it's like, oh, crap. Like you're like down in the dumps again. But like the only thing you can do, it's like, I think it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's the hustle. It's the
journey.
It's the journey. Yeah. Like that's,
you got to find the love in the journey. Otherwise it might not be the thing for you. And we all go through those different doubts. I can honestly say that I have a few times, you get knocked down, you lose your confidence and you're like, shit, what the hell am I doing all this for? All this sacrifice and time and effort and just, and it's brutal, right? Like, but I think, and like you said about those highs as well, like one of them for me is when you're actually, and what, the brilliant thing about acting is when you're actually acting opposite someone and you have those moments where you just connect and and nothing else is around you. There could be 30, 40 people around you actually filming and in your eye lines and everything, but it's just a whole dream sequence where you're just in that moment and you're just saying a bunch of words and you come out of it and you go, I don't even know what the fuck just happened. But that was awesome. But you don't say, and you look at the other actor and it's just like that little nod of like, that was good, because you feel it, you both feel it, you're both in the moment. Man, that is the best feeling.
Oh, yeah.
It is amazing. That's living right there.
That's like, I mean, like going through those kinds of processes, it's like you couldn't, like, let's just say like if someone decided to pay me like $1 million to do illicit substances or something like it's like, no, you just couldn't pay me that much because I would rather go through my own level of high rather than for you to pay me to do like
to get an easy high
just to crash like really, really hard or something or something else bad.
Well, but that's it. It's like a drug, and that's what you're addicted to.
That's where the addiction comes in.
Yeah,
and I'm like, I would rather pick that any day over anything else.
But and like you said the gradual climb, and you get to that point, and you're on set and you're shooting, and it's a whole nother world, right? Like when you're on set with people, and you're all. all your energy is combined into this one project and it's just, oh man, it's so awesome, right? Awesome. The laughs, the connections you make, the bonds, right?
It's almost like an orgasm. It's a different
precursor
kind.
Anyway.
It's a different kind, but for when you really hit that high, you can't explain it. No one can take that away.
No.
Like, I love that feeling all the time.
I want to get back into it now, just talking about it. But and that's it. And then you come out of the project and you're like, what do I do with myself?
Yeah.
Unless you've got another one connected. But there's a longing, there's a loss there where you can't get that fix anymore.
Yeah.
Because the project is done. And then you like stay in contact with people and they're all feeling the same way. And they're like, oh dude, should we catch up? Like just talk about it, recreate that feeling just a little bit. And that's where you make those everlasting bonds with people that you work with.
Most definitely.